Good morning everyone. So this is my 20 references of linguistic landscape. So we have 5 categories. We have education, signages of Marxism and ideology. So first we have education. First is Jayon EM 2022. He conducted a research in United States. He conducted a research to the students, faculty and staff. The linguistic landscape he used is visual communication within a higher education institution in the US. And he found out that the most prominent finding of this research is that all the signs were written in English. Second is, we have Susan Fresnedo Astelier, 2017. She conducted a research in Arzin Secondary School in the Philippines. She conducted a research to students and teachers. The linguistic landscape he used is language used within the school, including classroom signage and communication. And she found out that in the light of the findings presented, the section discusses the issue posed in the research question regarding language practices in the linguistic landscape under study. Next is Wayu Al-Yasari, 2019. He conducted a research in state and private school in the Surabaya, Indonesia. He conducted a research to students and teachers. The linguistic landscape he used is the comparison of language used in state and private schools in Surabaya. And he found out that the finding of this research are divided in 2 points. Based on the research sites, A is SMPN 6 Surabaya and B SMP Christine Lugos. The first next is Jose Leonor M. Magnor, MA 2017. She conducted a research in Cebu City, Philippines. She conducted a research to students, faculty, and staff. The linguistic landscape she used is the language used in and visual communication in higher education institute. Conducted a research in Cebu City, Philippines. She conducted a research to students, faculty, and staff. The linguistic landscape she used is the language used in and visual communication in higher education institutions in Cebu City. And they found out that aside from photos which are included in the data, invitations receive the most number of posts, follows by news article, clipping, and imperatives instructions are exhibited in table 1. Communication departments vary in their linguistic landscape but have utilized English in almost all their messages. Is Eiffel and Marcelo 2024. Conducted a research in Bulacan Agricultural State College, Philippines. Conducted a research to students, faculty, and staff. The language used is the language used and visual communication of the college campus. And found out that place semiotics of BASC Public Science Geosemiotics accounts for a place-based semiotic interpretation of how discourses or signs are indexed in the world. Next is Junaid H. Abbas and the fellow researchers. They conducted a research in Mindanao State University Marawi campus. They conducted a research to the students, faculty, and staff. The language they used is the visual communication and language used in the university campus. And they found out that anchored and illustrating the linguistic tokens that mark the content of the university, the section presents the result and discussion of the research for the research. For the first token, the number of languages used, the result presents the number of languages used as a linguistic token, marking the context of the university, which are monolingual or multilingual, are shown in table 1, shows that 91% of the signs are monolingually written, while 9% are multilingually displayed, implying language dominance. Next is Ali Agriani and Ciarena Ciarin. They conducted a research in Sultanate of Oman. They conducted a research to translation students. The linguistic landscape they used is the language used in the translation classroom in Oman. And they found out that the study focused relatively on a small sample of undergraduate students of Dhofar University in Oman that have 58. All of the participants are able to effectively communicate in Arabic and English. So we are done in education, so we're moving to the signages, multilingualism. So first we have Cherry Ann M. Luna 2023. She conducted a research in the heritage town of Marinduque, Philippines. She conducted a research to the residents of the town. The linguistic landscape she used is the language and visual communication of in a heritage town in Marinduque. And she found out that this section presents the results of the classification of science based on Spolsky and Cooper 1991 and Ben Rafael's 2009 top-down and bottom-up flows. Next is we have Glenda Duruja, Cargente, and Paulo Nino Valdez 2019. They conducted a research in Tacloban City, Philippines. They conducted a research to public signage. The linguistic landscape they used is the public signage in Tacloban City following Typhoon Haiyan or Typhoon Yolanda. And they found out that the succeeding sections discuss the result of the data analysis, specifically the public signs produced by locals and stakeholders after Typhoon Haiyan in terms of material use, placement or location, and communicative intent are described here. Next, we have Cristina Perez, Doval Dalman, and Rowan Marie Maxilon, 2019. They conducted a research in Mandawi City, Philippines. They conducted a research to the general public. The linguistic landscape they used is a billboard advertisement in Mandawi City. Next is Teresa May A. Mundis and Mary Ann E. Tarusan, PhD. They conducted a research in urban areas on specified location. They conducted a research to the citizens of urban areas. The linguistic landscape they used is urban signage and visual communication in urban areas. And they found out that urban landscape is a tapestry of languages with public signs often displaying a rich diversity. Next, we have Christian Grow and Leaf Andrew Garento 2022. They conducted a research in Quezon City. They conducted a research to the residents in Quezon City. The linguistic landscape they used is public signage and visual communication in Quezon City during the pandemic. Found out that expectedly COVID-19 signs used the official languages English and Filipino, the former being the most dominant. Next, we have Abigail N. Eclipse and Pia Patricia P. Pinedero 2018. They conducted a research in Manila Central Post Office, Philippines. They conducted a research to the visitors to the post office. The linguistic landscape they used is the language used in the post office and its design. As can be seen, English dominates the public space of the post office with 88% of the signs written in English. This number shows how formidable a force the English language can be in a given public space. We are done in signages multi-languages, so we're going to the nations. First, we have Yanfei Shen, October 2022. He conducted a research in a historical and cultural city in China. He conducted a research to the residents of the city. The linguistic landscape he used is the language and visual communication of the city from a language ecological perspective. Next, we have Ashley Britton, 2016. She found out that the process of collecting data for this study was informed by previous methods used in linguistic landscape studies. Because these neighborhoods are fairly in size, it was decided, keeping in line with previous linguistic landscape studies, that data collection would be confined to commercial areas. Next, we have Nico and Vicky L. Manastas and Cian Vilhel J. Oxtero 2024. They found out that two types of data were considered for this paper. The first of these legal data consists of national laws and policies and the creation of public signs. The outline database of the official gazette of the Republic of the Philippines was used to collect legal data. Next, we have Dalos Dingal and his fellow researchers. So they found out that in developing the language mapping of the CAR, a relational model was used, figure to displace the entity relation of ER diagram of the relation data. And now we're going to the ideologies. So first, we have Maria Ina Maxine A. Jazol and Alejandro S. Bernardo, PhD, 2017. In presence of the categorization process is first top-down and bottom-up on languages used. Second, textual genre and languages used. Analysis of signs anchored on Scalon and Scalon's 2003 concept of place semiotic is also presented. Jennifer Mungi conducted a research in Manila, Philippines. They found out that during the protest in November 2016, a total of 103 pictures of protest signs were collected from social media sites such as Facebook, Twitter, and Messenger, and online magazines such as Inquirer.net, Telstar, and Rock. So we're done in the ideologies, so we're going to the last category, which is literacy. So we have Jubilee and Tantena number 2021. She conducted a research and she found out that linguistic, literary, and rhetorical strategies play a role in creating signs on the City Boulevard to attract customers or tourists to visit the shop. That's all, thank you.